Bloodbath Tactics fans, it is your boy Ben to go over my list for the World Championships of Warhammer. We are flying out tomorrow. Let's see what we're bringing. All right, this is 1995 points of Imperial Knights. We are going to be running the Spearhead at Arms detachment. I think it's a little less prone to the swings of pairings and bad matchups and whatnot, so I think that's a little bit better. It's the Armiger detachment, effectively. So our two big knights. One is the fancy new Knight Defender. They can give out their Bondsman ability to 3 baby knights. This Knight Defender gives out -1 damage. He also has a little shield generator on top, so he gives out some 4-up invulns sometimes if you're hiding behind him. The other big knight, he has an enhancement for ignore hit and wound modifiers in combat, which is not super relevant. But if we scoot over to the other side where we see our Knight Warden, he is the heavy hitter, I guess, as far as Bondsman ability goes, a little more firepower-wise. He gives out sustained hits and ignores cover to, again, 3 of the Armigers. Super, super good. And he has an enhancement where the bonded knights get to reroll 1s to hit. So sustained and reroll 1s. Also gives these Helverins in the back here a much more realistic chance at doing a good Overwatch, which we don't really have very often in Odd Knights. So we've got 4 Helverins in the back, again, all with autocannons, even though those are, I think, the old lightning locks. I've just been using them as autocannons for the whole edition. Helverins did lose their anti-fly once we got the Codex, but they do have an ability where once they hit something with an autocannon, that thing, the target, if it's not a monster or vehicle, is at -1 to hit until my next turn, which is really, really good in a lot of circumstances. So for those guys, we've got 3 Helverins up front. Helverins have been nerfed pretty significantly since Index days. Their thermal spears on the side there, these big melta weapons here, are now only 18 inches, which means you can't, show up from reserves and be in melta range and stuff, which I guess is fair. But they are not quite as good as they used to be. They are doing meltas on top of all the Warglaves and stubbers on top of all the Helverins. There is a strat to give Armigers rapid fire, which means in some circumstances, each Warglaive can have 5 melta shots, which is kind of cool. For allies, we're going to be running the Callidus Assassin. She's a fantastic scoring piece and just good at every part of the game, pretty much. And the Navigator for a little deep strike denial. And that is going to be our list for the World Championships of Warhammer. Knights are in a bit of a tough spot right now, post-Codex, but they still look good. They still are fun to play, and we're going to take it down. Let's do it. We are here at the World Championships of Warhammer.
Yeah, we are!
Here's your boy Jake, repping Team Canada. Let's take a look at this hull. Ooh, oh, there he is. Big space. Pretty much everything immediately around us is 40k. I think there's some Kill Team and Sigmar in the back. But here we are, day 1 of World Championships. Just took a big picture with Team Canada. There's tons of us here. Very, very cool. Good luck to me for round 1. And we have our first round opponent, with his fantastic Shadowmark Talon. Personally, I'm just happy I dodged Eldar. We are playing, what is this? Purge the Foe on Layout 8. So Layout 8 will be all day today, the 2 games today. Again, happy to dodge Eldar. There's 4 Eldar in my pod. I do have a fair amount of practice into Shadowmark, so we're hoping it goes okay, but Shadowmark's sneaky. They're always sneaky. Good luck me. Okay, folks, the Shadowmark Talon got us. Nicholas played it very, very well. I lost a little bit too much early, I think. Some bad rolls here and there. Really, really good moment where... Actually, I can show. This is the board. This is dead. We're pretty much calling it here, so we're done. Very good job, Nicholas. Great game. A great move, actually. Over here, I had my defender and another warden kind of holding this flank down. I wanted to fall back with both, and he used his reactive move when I moved the defender to lock that other guy in combat.
Very, very well done. Yeah, just well played, because if I could have shot both or charged one of them or something like that, that changes things over there. But that's round 1 done. We're not going to championship bracket. Okay, fine, whatever. That's fine. We'll go to the world's bracket and we'll beat up people over there. Thanks, Nicholas. That is game 2 in the books at World Championships of Warhammer. Like I said, we only lose once to Space Marines in an event. That's it. They had their one chance. We managed to get it. Thank you very much for the game, Jeff. How do you think it went?
I don't like -1 damage. Apart from that, great opponent. I could play you every week. It was really cool.
Thank you so much, Jeff. I really appreciate it. The -1 damage armatures completely changed the pace of this game. Sandguard do almost nothing. What is it? Death Company still hit hard, but they don't hit near as hard with -1 damage. KPIs can't do anything in a -1 damage. They're hurt. This is our final board state. The big boys have moved up the board. Couple wounded armatures around. This guy, that's fine. This guy just never dies. That's fine. We don't even worry about him. This was linchpin. I think we were a 70 to 83 or something like that.
16-point differential.
Yeah, very, very good game. Blood Angels is one of the better matchups for me, so I'm happy the way it went. And so that leaves us 1-1 on day 2. We're not going to championship bracket, but we're just going to smash the world bracket. No problem. We're coming for you, world.
Bloodbath Tactics fans, it's your boy Ben. I apologize greatly. The day kind of got away from me. We had a late night because we had a couple adult beverages. And I didn't record anything today. I'm very, very sorry. I had 2 games today. So we're in day 2, 2 games. We started the day against Tyranids. Vanguard Assault, I think is what it's called. And we were playing Terraform. Basically, we deployed on the line, ready to go terraform all the objectives on turn 1, be aggressive. We have -1 damage everywhere. He had a ton of Raveners and hyper-adapted Raveners, which are damage 2. They can't do anything against 3 -1 damage armatures. So if we go first, we terraform everything on turn 1, and we push the line of scrimmage right to the middle of the board, and we have a good game. Unfortunately, we did not go first. So he scouted 3 units of Gene Stealers at me and then charged me turn 1. I went into Gene Stealer jail, followed by next turn was Gargoyle jail, followed by Ravener jail, and by turn 4 I killed everything and could finally move to the midboard.
Let's go!
Let's go. Unfortunately, he was scoring a billion primary with Lictors with Lone Op in the midboard while that was all happening. And if I ever got close enough for 12 inches, he can 6-inch Lone Op his Lictors. So I had no primary while I kind of was controlling my expansion. That was about all I had, though. So unfortunately, we did lose our 3rd game. 4th game was into the wonderful, the amazing Kasra. And he was playing Ultramarines Stormlance, I think it's called. Stormlance is the Marine detachment with advance and charge, everything basically. He was running a Storm Raven, a Ballistus, a Brutalis Dreadnought, Gilliman, obviously. Super, super tough game. Like the -1 damage armatures, and this was on Scorched Earth. The -1 damage is okay into some of his melee, but the shooting doesn't care. It's all las cannons. It's all damage a billion. It's d6 plus 1, whatever. So we just kind of baited with the Helvrins because they're not really good in this matchup. He has lots of vehicles. The Meltas are very good on the Warglaves. So we baited with the Helvrins. Had some good early plays. Both of us kind of bounced on our go turns, though. I shot both of my Big Knights and 3 buffed armatures into one Dreadnought, and it didn't die. It survived on 1, so I didn't get my Bring It Down. I cried my face off. But Cass is an amazing opponent, and it's not losing that game is not a big deal. We've played each other at the Edmonton Open. We're now 1-1. So our personal bracket, I guess, is even. So lost that game. We are now 1-3. In a normal tournament, I would say the wheels have fallen off the bus. But really, this is World Championships. We're playing really, really solid games of Warhammer. So I'm not that upset. They've been super, super fun. Been having drinks while we play. We're going to go out to the aquarium now. We're having a lot of fun. So we've got 2 more games, 2 more days of play with 2 games each. So we're like halfway through. We're still going strong. We're in the World's bracket. We're in the bottom of the World's bracket. It's time to have fun games, meet cool people, hopefully win 1 or 2 games here or there. But if, we could go 5-3 still. 5-3 would be bonkers. Mark's over here. He's doing really good. He's 3-1. He's crushing it.
Yo!
Didn't know if you wanted
Let's
to be on camera.
go!
Mark from Mark's Minis is crushing it with World Eaters. I think the only Canadian is undefeated. Did Fraser win his last game?
Don't know.
We don't know. We don't know yet. So anyway, for now, I apologize for missing all of day 2. I promise you guys I will not miss day 3. I will not miss day 4. It just got ahead of it. It got away from me, you know? Things happen. Thank you for staying tuned, you guys. I love you. And good luck to me for tomorrow. Peace out. Here we are, World Championships of Warhammer 2025, Day 3. Day 3, Game 5. We're on a losing record right now. We're 1-3. We've got Cass in the background. Where's Cass? There he is. There's Cass.
It's gonna come better. You're gonna come back up, man. You got it.
No problem. Easy peasy. We're playing Tora. Tora from Andorra. Hi, my friend. Tora is playing very nicely painted Necrons. We got the Scary Nightbringer over here. We got Wraith Brick. We got Wraith Brick. A bunch of score packs will be interesting too. So we are playing Hidden Supplies. So we've got our extra objective in the middle and Search and Destroy deployment. The Knights are ready to go. The Necrons are going to be tough. But the goal is 5-3. If we go 5-3, we'll be over the moon excited. Let's get it. All right, folks. 5 games in, didn't catch the recording at the very end of the game. Kind of wrapped up, went to lunch real quick. But I wanted to give you, sorry, I'm blinding you. Quick rundown of the game against Tora, I believe his name was, from Team Andorra, which they had like 4 or 5 guys from Andorra, which is very cool. Shout out to the Andorra qualifiers. Gotta stop moving. There we go. Tough game, but we did lose. That was on Hidden Supplies, as I showed you guys. I made a critical error early. He was very aggressive with his first Wraith Brick. Had it on my far expansion objective on turn 1, turn 2, very, very fast. And Technomancer was available and ready to get precision, so I moved my Knight Warden up to cut him in half with my Reaper Chain Sword, Reaper Chain Cleaver, what it's called. And by the time I got to my charge phase, I had spent all of my CP on all of the shooting that I had to do with my armatures, so I had no CP for precision, so big blunder on my part. And the game was just a close one from there. I had a lot of good OC, a lot of good control, didn't quite get as much damage as I wanted to get through. I would shoot Helverins into Scorpex with AP1 ignores cover, and he would just save on 4s and then carry on with his life. So we lost by 10 points. It was a very close one. 82-72 lost. So we're unfortunately 1-4. Rest of the boys are doing okay, some of them. Going into game 6, the dream is 4-4. Even record at Worlds would be pretty incredible, actually. And game 6 coming up. Stay tuned. All right, folks. World of Championships of Warhammer Game 6. There's no easy games here, man. Holy smokes, I'm sweaty. I'm sorry I didn't get the start of the game. I told you guys I'd be better at remembering, but we're going so fast. It's getting so exciting in here. I went into World Eaters. We didn't want to see World Eaters, but we were bound to hit them eventually. But we're playing against Fernando. Hi, Fernando, from Mexico. Fantastic. Amazing opponent, amazing game. Let's show you the table at the end of the game. We were playing Supply Drop on whatever this, Sweeping Engagement. So we were on Longboard Edge Deployment. And as you can see from the board, there is, oh, no, he's dead. Away he goes. There is nothing left. Fernando played a great, very clean game. A fantastic rapid ingress in the mid board. Gave way too much pressure with 8-bound. I had some good positioning early. My -1 damage armatures really turned off the Forge Fiends. I got a little lucky I could kill them here and there, but that's the swing of the game. I've lost. It was 85-30, something like that. Oh, handily lost. Means we're 1-5. Tough games. The boys are still slogging it out, but I'm going to Six Flags. I'm getting out of here. We're going to Six Flags, boys. Thank you, Fernando. I appreciate it. Welcome back, Bloodbath Tactics fans. It is day 4 of the World Championships of Warhammer. My voice is cooked. My brain is cooked. We're all cooked. We are going into game 7. Holy crap. We have a night fight against, how you doing, Joe? Good. So far, so good. We are looking at Spearheaded Arms from Joe,
versus Spearheaded Arms from me. We have a night fight on layout 1. Mission is Taken Hold. We are deployed for some violence. We are record right now 1-5. Blood Angels can definitely hurt. We are down in the beer bracket with no voice, but we're gonna rock it out today. Where are you? Good luck, Joe.
Yeah, let's have fun.
Let's get it. And that is game 7 in the book. Again, I cannot talk. Spoiler alert, the Imperial Knights won. But not the good guys, the bad guys. The bad guy Imperial Knights. No. No, Joe's a great opponent. Here's our board stay at the end of the game. Here's Joe's deployment. That's dead. I killed the Lancer, but a turn too late, unfortunately. This guy survived like 3 or 4 rounds of indirect shooting, no problem. The rest of the board is, you could say, dominated by Imperial Knights. Knight Defender, holding down the fort, going for a last turn. Points didn't really matter. Lancer was moved mid-board pretty quick. Had the opportunity to put essentially my whole army that was left into him, and he survived on 8 wounds.
8 wounds, yeah.
We play Knights, we know that's how Lancers work. Be a problem, and then hopefully don't die.
Right?
That's it. That's all I can do. Thank you very much for the game, Joe.
Yeah, awesome time, man.
Our record is 1-6. Well, again, we're in the beer leagues now.
Yeah.
What's that?
Let's have fun.
We're in the beer leagues. Let's have fun. Thanks, Joe.
Rock out, man.
Boom. All right, folks. That's World Championships done. I know I've been a bad YouTuber. I've been a bad content creator and forgot a few missions here and there. But we're at the end of the game. I played against Matthew, right? Played against Matthew. Hi, Matthew. Played some fantastic custodies in Lines of the Emperor. We were doing, everything's all cleaned up. There's nothing to show you. We played Taken Hold on layout 1. Classic. That's like OG, normal Warhammer. How do you think? How'd it go, Matthew? What do you think?
It went very well. It was back and forth for a while, but in the end, I think his toughness of his knights just held through.
Yeah.
-1 damage is a hell of a drug. Especially Custodies, Blood Angels, all that kind of... Those are my only wins this weekend. Custodies and Blood Angels. Whenever you think, whatever just gets picked up, like a guard unit or a bike unit, whatever, just picks up armatures, it doesn't. Like, not even close, really. It's like, not even close. So... Long story short, did get the win on Taken Hold. It was a 86, 69, 85, 86, something like that. Bonus points for 69, as always. And we're all done. We've got a couple of jabronis over here. Look at these goofballs. They're up in the clouds playing Brian Jones and crazy stuff. I'm having a great game over here. That's it. We're 2-6. Next year, who knows? 6-2. Thank you, Matthew.
Here we are, a few days after World Championships of Warhammer. I wanted to bookend this video with a quick kind of post-mortem on the event. Good things, bad things, what worked, what didn't, all that good stuff. Just chilling in the car, having a quiet moment to think about it. First of all, goes kind of without saying, World Championships was so much fun. Like, it was insane. The trip out to Atlanta was great. The people I was with were great. Obviously, Team Canada, it was very, very united, very friendly, but being able to meet people from around the world. I had games into a guy from Andorra, Mexico, the States, England. Excuse me. That was awesome. That was super cool. That's kind of the whole point, right? Is just to play international events or international opponents at an event. And we don't get that a lot here in Canada. It's something that international doesn't happen. Like, there's a lot of people from Europe, and the kind of like the metas, kind of North America versus Europe. Unless you travel long distances, you don't get the chance to play those people. So that was very cool. It kind of got said over and over again during the event itself, but when you have an event like World Championships, where people have to qualify, they have to win events to get there, the quality of gameplay is increased so much. It's kind of hard to understate that, or hard to overstate it, I should say. Can't be understated that the games, there's no easy games. There's easier games. You might get a good matchup and you have an easier game, right? But the quality of game, every game you play, is extremely high. So mistakes are taken advantage of right away. You don't really have the little room for error that you might have in a typical game. So, so how did I feel Knights did so far? Well, if you watched the previous video, I went 2 wins and 6 losses. So that was not a great showing. Again, it is Worlds, and this is a high caliber of play. I think Knights are in a tough spot because we play a very face-up game. There's not a lot of tricks with Knights. The closest thing I have to a movement trick is fall back and shoot, but not charge in the Armiger detachment. If you layer all the buffs in the detachment, the Helverins were quite good. 8 autocannon shots, sustained, ignores cover, reroll 1s. They can pop off, but it's only 8 shots, so your dice kind of have to line up, and then you need another Helverin to really finish something off. And the thing I had trouble dealing with, which I knew was a weakness of the list, is high toughness monsters and vehicles. The Defender does have some fairly good anti-tank with that old school conversion beamer, strength 12, but it is only AP2. You're going to run into Marines, and I played a fair amount of Marines. You're going to run into Marines where they're in cover, the Armor of Contempt, and your AP2 is AP nothing, and you're shooting into a Dreadnought, so then you're saving on a 2 anyway. So when that gun goes off, like when you roll in conversion range and you get 3d3 more hits, every so often it does pop off. And I think in my last game when I played against Custodes, I did have it pop off into a couple grab tanks. So it's not that it can't happen, it's just very swingy, very unpredictable. So Knights are in a tough spot. I think I think I had the right idea going wide, and in the matchups where the -1 damage was clutch, my only wins were Blood Angels and some other Custodes. I just mentioned it. The -1 damage is huge into those melee matchups. So it does very good where it's kind of built to go, but everything else it would struggle with. And I think that's just going to be a Knights thing right now. I think Knights are pointed a little bit too expensive. I think the Armigers need to come down a little bit, give us some more wiggle room. I think the Defender, for example, at 425 is way, way too high. You're only taking him in the 1 detachment, and even then it feels like it's too much at 425. So tough to see what Knights need. For sure some points decreases. I know everybody freaked out when our points dropped a while back, but we're feeling the crunch of the new codex for sure. And we just need to adjust and figure out what's going on next. So as a post-mortem, I would have liked to perform better, but the event itself was amazing. Being in Atlanta, I went to Six Flags, I went to the aquarium, I was drinking with the boys. Great, amazing event. I hope I can go again next year if possible. There's rumors on the wind that it will be in England, London, something like that. There's also rumors that it's going to Edmonton, but with the Edmonton Open, that's probably not likely. So thank you very much if you watched the whole video through. To my Knights players out there, good luck. It's an uphill battle right now for sure, but they're still fun. Big stompy robots are never not going to be fun. They just need a little bit more practice and focus and attention. They're not an easy army to play. People think Knights are pick up and go easy. They're easy in that you only have 4 or 5 data sheets in any given list, but making them work is not easy. Very much not easy. So thank you so much, Bloodbath Tactics fans, for joining me on this little tournament report. Until next time, see ya.